Wednesday, November 8th, 5 o'clock, Cawley Memorial Stadium, Lowell, Mass. It's the MIAA Boys North Division I semifinal game. Number 2 seeded Somerville versus number 14 seeded Brookline. Somerville in white, Brookline in blue. Looks like Brookline has won the toss and will be on offense to start the game. It's Zach in goal, Ethan, Sam, Nate, Mac in the back. It's Jacob, Sammy, Mateo in midfield. Jacques, Avi, Ben Kaplan are up top. We're ready for the whistle. That's the Brookline fans. Mateo down the left side. It's going toward the corner flag. Avi's after it, and they shield it out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Somerville. Somerville goalie. We are 15 seconds into the game. There's no score. Somerville goalie gets it to midfield. Jacob on the ball. 17, that's Ben Lopez. That's Ben Kaplan ahead to Jacques. It's cleared away by the defender. 4 on their left side. It goes out of bounds. We have a ref and 2 linesmen for this game. We've had 2 refs for most of the games. Ethan Schaefer up the right side. Gets cleared high in the air. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Brookline. Gotta figure out the adjustment here. Ethan Schaefer throws it toward the box, toward Jacques. It gets headed away. Ben Kaplan tried to get it back. It's high in the air. It's going to go out of bounds. It's another throw-in for Brookline. 3 throw-ins already, right in front of the Brookline bench. Ethan Schaefer into the box toward Jacques. It's off the defender's head. Head again. Ben Kaplan, they call a foul. They call a push on Brookline, so it's going to be a free kick for Somerville. Minute 30 into the first half, no score. That's the Brookline crowd here. Goalie boots it low. Ben Kaplan's on it. It bounces at the 40-yard line. 11 sends it to the right to 5. They cross midfield. Jacob steals it to Avi. Avi on the left side. Tried to go up the wing, got cut off. 11 has it for Somerville. Mateo steals it. Mateo tried to get it back to Jacob. Got cut off by number 10. He scored 2 goals last night. 2 nights ago. 11 sends it to midfield. 11 again. He's right over midfield. He chips the box. Gets headed away by Nate. Sammy sends it back to Mac. Mac on his left foot up the wing. 17 has it. Gets it. That's Sam Chu. That's Ben Kaplan. Ben to Mateo in the center circle. Mateo to Mac. Mac down the left side. Chips it with his left foot. Gets cut off by the Somerville defender. It's in midfield. 10 to the wing. Mac misses it. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Somerville at the 40-yard line. He throws it back. He sets it up with his right foot to the middle of the field to 10. 11 has it on his foot. 11 chips the left side, and it's going to go out of bounds. Ethan Schaefer on the throw. Ethan in front of the Somerville bench to Ben Kaplan. Ben Kaplan in the air to 14. 4 clears it across the field. Avi's after it. Avi off his head. Somerville clears it over midfield. They go down the right side, and Mac cuts it away. Avi has it. Avi turns. He sees Mateo. Mateo sends Ben Kaplan in the center circle. Ben has it. The defender clears it away. Oh, goodness. That's a foul. They call it on Avi. Wow. Looked like Avi was putting his head to the ball and the defender leaned in, but they called the foul on Avi. Free kick for Somerville at the 35-yard line. He chips it into the box. Ethan Schaefer off his head. Ethan has it on the right side. Ethan clears it with his right foot. Is Jacques on the run. Jacques in the box. Jacques around the defender. Here comes the goalie. He comes out and stops it. We are 4 minutes into the game. There's no score. Goalie off the side of his foot to the right. It gets to the 45. 17 has it for Somerville. 5 clears it up the wing. Gets cut off. Jacques has it. Jacques sends it back to Jacob. Jacob left it and 10 stole it. 11 on the run. He sends it to the left to 4. 4 tries to get by Ethan. And Ethan saves it. And they say it's out of bounds. They say it's a throw-in for Somerville, right in front of their bench. 14 takes it to 11. 11 reverses the field. Mac's going to head it away. That's Mateo. Mateo up the wing. 5 is on it for Somerville. 5 shields. Avi gets by him. Avi gets by. Avi to the middle of the field, gets cut off by 16. That's Ben Kaplan on the ball. Ben out to Avi. Avi protects with his body. Avi on the ground. He tried to find Mateo, gets cleared out of bounds. We're 5 minutes into the first half. No score. Mac on the throw for Brookline. Mac on the throw. Into the box. It hits Avi. Defender hits it off Avi. It's going to the corner, and it rolls out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Somerville deep in their end, near the corner flag. We're 5:30 into the first half. No score. 3 has it for Somerville. 3 down the right side. That's Sammy on his head. That's Avi left it for Jock. Didn't get there. They chip it back. Jacob covers. Sammy to Jacob. Jacob sends it back to Mac. 9 pursuing him. Mac on his left foot. Sends it to the middle of the field. 14. He clears it with his left foot. Mateo sends it back to Ethan. Ethan to Mateo. Mateo in midfield. Mateo to Sammy. Sammy's got some space. Sammy to Avi. Avi down the left side. And it went out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Somerville. We're 6:15 in the first half. No score. It gets by Mateo. 10 comes back for it. He goes down the wing. Sammy cuts it off. 9 has it for Somerville. 9 and Nate. Nate clears it away. 11 comes up with it. 11 sends it back to 14 on the left side. He's a left back. He sends it to the left wing, number 4, to the middle of the field to 11. 11 crosses it to the other side. That's number 8. 8 turns on Mac. 8 gets around him. 8 to the end line. 8 crosses in front, gets cut away by Nate. Mac clears it. 17 for Somerville, clears it back to number 3. 3 has it. Jock on top. 16 in the center circle to 14 on the left. 14 crosses midfield. 14 sends it to the back post. Mac clears it with his foot. 10 has it. 10 shoots, and it's just wide. 10 was a goal scorer. He had 2 goals in the quarterfinal game of their 2-1 overtime win on Monday. It's going to be Nate on the goal kick for Brookline. We're 7:30 into the first half, no score. Nate to midfield. It bounces over Avi's head. Jacques on it. 16 tries to clear it. Jacques still has it. He's making a run to the left corner. Jacques still has it. That's, I think that's Mateo. Mateo crosses in front. It's Avi, a score! Avi on the score from Mateo. 1-0 Brookline. And Avi runs to the bench. Avi on the back post. 32:04 left in the first half. It's 1-0 Brookline. You can see the student section chanting over there. They're excited. It's 1-0 Brookline. 10 chips it down the right side, and no one's going to go for it. So Zach picks it up at the edge of the box. It's 1-0 Brookline. They scored in the first 8 minutes of the game. Avi on the goal. It's Zach to midfield, gets cleared over midfield. Mac clears it back. That's Mateo to 11, steals it for Somerville. He goes down the right side. He sends number 9 on the right wing. 9 tries to sidestep. Okay, we're back to the top, and it gets cleared away by Nate. Nate to Jacob. Jacob turns. He does a 360, gets out of trouble. He spins back. Jacob up the wing to Avi. Flag is up. What's the flag for? And it's a throw. It's a throw for Brookline. I guess it was a bad throw. I guess it went out of bounds. Mack on the sideline. He throws it over Jacques' head. 3's going to clear it for Somerville. It bounces in midfield. 10 has it. 10 in the center circle. 10 steps over it. 10 on his right foot. 10 with his left foot to 17. That's Ben Lopez. He comes back in the center circle. He goes up the right side. They try to chip the middle. Jacob gets bumped off the ball. Jacob has it. Jacob to Mack. Mack on his left foot. That's Jacques. Jacques with number 5 on his back. Jacques, it gets cleared away by number 8 out of bounds. We are 10 minutes into the first half. It's 1-0 Brookline. Sub is coming in. It's Matt, who's missed the last 2 games. He's coming in for Avi. So Mack on the throw, Mack down the side. It gets headed away by the Somerville player. They chip it to 10. 10 turns. He had it on his chest. He steps over it twice, back to 11. 11 to the center of the field, to 3. 17 has it. 17 on the left side to 4. 4, back to 17. 17, he crosses it to the other side. That's Mack on his head. Back to the middle of the field. 10 tried to set up a shot, but Sam Chu takes it away. It bounces 3 off his head to the side. Jacques going to steal it. Jacques on the run up the right side. Jacques keeps it in. Jacques crosses with his left foot. It's Mateo. Mateo with a header right on goal. Goalie saves it. Nice try. 11 minutes into the first half. 1-0 Brookline. Nates takes it away. Sammy on the ground. Sammy to Mateo. Mateo to Jacob. Jacob to the left. That's Matt. Matt steps over it. Matt back to Mateo. Mateo to Sammy in the center circle. Sends it back to Nate. Nate to Sam Chu. Sam to Sammy. Sammy, 4, cutting off the angle. He tries to go to the middle, gets headed away out of bounds. Ethan Schaefer on the throw. Well, Avi came out because he has his lip is bloody. Jacques got taken down, no call. Back to the middle of the field, 11. Sammy on his head to Jacob. Jacob gets pushed. No call again. Oh, they did call it. It's right at the 35-yard line. Free kick for Brookline. We are 12 minutes into the first half. It's 1-0 Brookline. Goal in the 8th minute by Avi. It looks like it's going to be Nate on the free kick. Nate chips it to the back post, hits the defender in the head. That's Mateo was shielding. He got pushed into the ball. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Somerville. Sub is going to come in for Somerville, number 24, but they take the throw too quickly, and it gets hit out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Brookline. You can't. They threw in the ball. They couldn't sub. Mack on the throw for Brookline. He goes down the left side. The Somerville defender knocks it away. They kick it out of bounds. Player was down. 24 is coming in for number 11. Oh, it's going to be a throw-in for... free kick for Somerville, it looks like. No, what's the call? It's a throw. Okay, throw for Somerville. Somerville back to their defender, number 3. 3 on his right foot to Ben in the center circle. He goes to his right to 10. They moved him back. Mateo tries to send Ben Kaplan on the wing. It's going to get to the corner. Ben's going to get to it. No, defender gets to it. He steps on the ball. With his left foot, he sends it back to 10. 10 to the middle of the field to 24, newly in the game. He came in for 11. 24 to the wing. He's trying to get around Matt. Number 10 on the ball for Somerville to 17. 17. That's Ben Kaplan on the ball. He chips it over the defender. Jacques and 16. 16 on the ground. That's 14. Mateo takes it away. Mateo in front of us gets cut off by 14 to 24. 24 back to 17 at the 40. He spins on the ball. He moves to midfield, to the left to 4. 4 steps back. He's double teamed. 4, they call a push. It's going to be a free kick for Somerville. 38-yard line, right in front of the Somerville bench. We're 14:20 into the first half. It's 1-0 Brookline. Number 14, looks like he's left-footed, is going to take the free kick. Somerville has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on the line at the 10-yard line. 1 guy deep. They have 6 guys. He puts it over the goal. Had a little too much air under it. Sub is coming in. Mekhi is going to come in for Ben Kaplan. So Mekhi comes in at the 15-minute mark. Nate on the goal kick for Brookline. Nate up the field. 17 cuts it off for Somerville. 24 on the run. 24 on his feet. Nate clears it with his left foot to midfield. That's Jock. Jock to Mateo. Mateo to Mekhi. Here comes the goalie. Goalie's going to get to it. 3 shielded. Goalie whips it out to the left to number 14. 14 in front of the Brookline bench with his left foot. Puts it in the air. It bounces. 24 off his head. He runs over a player. It gets cleared away by Sam. Sam to his left gets cleared out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Somerville. Sub is coming in. 22. 22 is coming in. I think it's number 5. We're 16 minutes into the first half. It's 1-0 Brookline. You can hear the coach talking to the player. He lines up for the throw. He throws it right to the goal, and Zach punches it away. He should have let it go. He can't throw it in the goal. It's a corner. Zach had to punch it away. That was a very good play by Zach. Okay, here we go. Number 10, he scored on a corner to win in overtime. Zach catches it. Zach sends it out. That's Jock on the ball. Jock on the wing. That's Jacob. Jacob on the ball. Jacob. It went out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Brookline. They throw down the right side. It's over Nine's head. He gets in, and it goes out of bounds. They're pointing a corner for Somerville. Brendan's going to come in at the next whistle. Next stoppage for Brookline. 14 looks like, 14 or 10 is going to take the corner. Max on the back post. Nate's on the near post. Zachary catches it. He should wait for clearance. He goes down the side to Mekhi. Mekhi down the right wing. Mekhi over midfield. Mekhi, one person behind him, number 4. Mekhi, he sends Jock. Jock in front. Jock shoots, gets blocked by number 3. Goalie comes out and stops it. That was a nice shot. Jock hit number 3. It bounces over the Somerville player in midfield. That's Sammy to the wing, to Ethan. Ethan sends it back to Sam. Sam controls, left foot. He tried to hit Jacob, gets cut off. 9 gets cut off by Nate. 3 on the ground. Mateo has it in midfield. Mateo to Matt. Matt on the left side. Matt lines it up. He chips it in the box. Goalie catches it. 18 minutes into the first half. 1-0 Brookline. Goalie sends it out to the right side. They put it on the ground at number 10. 10 to the right. He turns, comes back the other way. They step on the ball. He goes toward the sideline. He gets to the sideline, goes out of bounds. Sub will come in at the whistle. Brendan is coming in for Jacob. 3 subs are coming in for Somerville, 5, 12, and 11. We're at the 19-minute mark of the first half. 1-0 Brookline. Mack on the throw down the left side. He hits Matt. Matt turns. He gets cut off by 17. It's on the ground. That's Sam that contested. 11 has it. 11 down the wing to 12. 12 up the left wing. Ethan Schaefer's on him. 12 comes back to his right, sends to the center of the field. 11 chips it and just over the top. Well-placed ball, but it was just over the crossbar. We are 19:30 into the first half. It's 1-0 Brookline. Eighth-minute goal by Avi. That's Nate. Puts it in the air to midfield. Mateo is under it. Hits the player. Mateo chips the wing. Mekhi off his head. 3 has it. 3's going to let it go back to the goalie. We're 20 minutes into the first half. It's 1-0 Brookline. Goalie boots it with his right foot. Mateo off his leg. Brendan comes away with it. Mateo to the side, gets cut off. That's Mateo. He falls, no call, gets blocked. It's in the center circle, number 10 to the wing to 12. Ethan Schaefer's on him. Brendan comes over, gets cut off by Sammy. That's 16 on the ball, 16 to 14. Back to 16, here comes Jacques. Mekhi takes it away. Brendan sends it to Jacques. Jacques on side. Jacques around the defender. Jacques on his right foot. To his left, he shoots. And it's just wide. He missed the short post by maybe a foot. 19:20 left in the first half. It's 1-0 Brookline. It's a goal kick for Somerville. Goalie sets it up, boots it low. That's Matt off his chest. Matt doesn't get by the defender. Brendan has it. Brendan to his right. Brendan sends Mekhi. It's past him. Mekhi gets back. He gets pulled. No call. 12 gets bumped. He comes away with the ball. He gets to midfield to 24. 24 steps around it. He goes back to his right back. 24 has it in midfield. That's Mateo plays him off the ball. Mateo to Jacques. Jacques on the left. Jacques turns. Jacques on goal. Jacques shoots. He chips. Mekhi shoots. He scores. Mekhi on the goal. 18:30 left in the first half. It's 2-0 Brookline. Jacques, a beautiful chip. Mekhi finished. And he's getting hugs all around. The Somerville coach wants a timeout. And I think he's going to get it. 18:27 in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Mekhi, the goal scorer here. What a goal. Kyle's trying to rein him in here. Senior leadership trying to rein him in here. You can see the Brookline crowd here.
We have the scorers from the Brookline goals. On the first goal, scored by number 11, Avi Ben-Mayor. Assisted by number 7, Mateo Asheria. And that last goal scored by number 12, Mekhi Cawley. And assisted from number 9, Jacques Baldwin.
You can see the enthusiasm in the Brookline bench. Somerville huddle at the 40-yard line during the timeout. We're at the 18:27 mark left in the first half. It's 2-0 Brookline. Somerville will take the kickoff and move back toward the center of the field. Okay, he blows the whistle. They go down the right side. Mac clears it with his left foot. And it goes out of bounds. It's right at the 45-yard line. They're going to throw it in. They throw it back to number 3. Gets blocked by... Oh, that's Dimitri in the game. Sorry. Dimitri, Matt got pushed. Matt comes away with it. Matt brings it back to Mac. Mac sends it up the field into the crowd. Throw in for Somerville inside of midfield. 18 minutes left. He goes down the right side. 24 gets cut off by Mateo, and it's a throw. They throw it quickly to Dimitri. Dimitri gets cut up by 16. Dimitri's down. It's going to be another throw. It's going to be a throw. Mac's going to take the throw. He throws it toward the box. Dimitri on the run. Dimitri. Oh, sorry, that's Mateo. Mateo in the corner on the left foot. He put it over the goal. 17:20 left in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Sub was coming in. 24 comes out for Somerville. It's a goal kick for Somerville. He puts it on the ground. Matt's going to come up and meet the defender. They go down the right side to number 9. 9 heads it ahead. Sam on his left foot down the wing. Matt brings it down with his chest. Matt to midfield. That's Brendan on it. Brendan turns. Gets it back to Mateo. Mateo to the wing to Ethan Schaefer. Ethan to Sam. Sam up the right side. 14 on the back of his head. Sammy has it. Sammy to Mekhi. Mekhi turns in front of the Brookline bench. He goes to the wing to Sammy. Sammy crosses. It's shot by... Who was that? Dimitri. Dimitri in front. He puts it over the top. Didn't miss by much. 16:25 left in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Goalie pushes it out to the right. This is the D1 North semifinal game. That's Mateo on the ball. Mateo, Brendan's on it. 10 comes away with it. Mekhi sends it back to the middle of the field to 11. 11 to the wing. Max steps up, blocks it. 11 has it. 11, that's Matt on the ball. Matt sends the wing. That's Dimitri. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Somerville. They take a quick throw-in. They chip it down the right side. It's going to go out of bounds. Mac on the throw. 2 subs are going to come in for Brookline at the next... Here they come. Actually, 3 subs are coming in. It's Jacob, Ben Kaplan, and Avi. Mekhi is coming out of the game. Mateo and Matt. We're at the 15:25 mark that's left in the first half. Mac on the throw. Mac down the left side. Brendan to it. It gets headed away. That's Jacob in the air. Brendan on his chest. It's off the defender's head. It gets blocked. Jacob, 10 heads it away. 11 to the side. Avi takes it away. Avi loses it to the wing. They send it back. That's Dimitri on the run. 3 has it for Somerville. 3 down the right side. 10 in the middle of the field. He pushes it to the right. They chip it ahead. Nate off his head. Mac misses the ball. That's Avi coming back. Avi in number 8. Avi chipped it up the wing. It goes out of bounds. Throw in for Somerville. At the 20, he takes it at the 35-yard line. He chips it to the center to 10. Gets cut away by Sammy. They go to the left to 4. 4 turns to 11. 11 gets knocked out by Dimitri. That's Jacob. They call the foul on the initial play on Dimitri. The ref played advantage. 14:15 left in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Free kick for Somerville right at the 35-yard line. Zach is setting up the defense. It's Dimitri and Ben Kaplan on the wall. Free kick. They chip to the back post. Zach knocks it away. That was Jacob who tried to clear it. He cleared it to the corner. They boot it over in midfield. 4, 10 on the ground. It's going to go wide. 13:30 left in the first half. It's 2-0 Brookline. Crowd's starting to fill in on the other side. It's going to be Nate on the goal kick for Brookline. Nate knocks away some dirt, boots it down the left side. It's over. They head it back. Brendan cuts in. It goes to the sideline. Eight throws it in. He goes down the right to 9. That's Nate off his head to Avi. Avi on the ground to Jacob. Jacob to Dimitri. Dimitri tried to pass back to Avi. Didn't get there. 10 has it for Somerville. 10 reverses it. Ethan Schaefer on the ground. Ben Kaplan in front of the Somerville bench. Ben clears it to 14. Look like a handball. Dimitri comes away with it. Dimitri to the right corner. He gets bumped and the ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Brookline right in front of their bench. 12:30 in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Ben Kaplan on the throw. Brendan is to the right. He goes to the box. Dimitri, it bounces. Tried to hit Avi. Dimitri almost blocked it. Sammy has it at the 30. Sammy, he chips it in. It goes out of bounds. I think they call offside, actually. No, they call it was out of bounds. 22 is coming in for 14 for Somerville. He's a left back. And they go right to him. 22 has the ball. 22 down the left side to 4. 4 tries to get around Ethan Schaefer. It hits Ethan. The ball is rolling. It's still in play. Sam clears it. 16 off his foot. He sends it back to 3. 3 to the center. Jacob got pushed. Dimitri knocks down 11. 3 sends it on the ground. Brendan has it. Brendan to the side. Brendan got tripped. Jacob steps over it. They didn't call advantage. All right, they called it here. 2 players went down. $11:25 left in the first half. It's going to be a free kick for Brookline at the 33-yard line. At the next stoppage, Jacques and Mateo are coming in. Nate chips it to the middle, gets headed away. Jacob steps up. They call a foul. It's going to be a free kick for Somerville. Looks like the goalie's going to take it right at the 15-yard line. 11 minutes left in the first half. Goalie boots it to the right. And Avi off his foot. 10 has it for Somerville. 10 turns, gets around 2 players to the wing. They step back. It's going to Sammy. Sammy to Brendan. Brendan turns. Brendan looks. He sees Ben Kaplan. Ben Kaplan lets it run. Ben stops it. Ben on the right side. Ben steps over it. Ben to the wing to Brendan. Brendan turns. Brendan on his left. Brendan protects it. Sends it back to Ethan Schaefer. Tried to send the wing. Didn't get there. Got cut off 4 to the right. It's Nate on the ball. Nate off his head. 9 pushes him. No call. Jacob in the air. 17 on the ground. The back heel. Nate clears it with his left foot. It's going to go back to the goalie. Here comes Dimitri. Dimitri on it. Goalie gets the ball. 10 minutes left in the first half. It's 2-0 Brookline. Goalie boots it with his right foot. 17 in midfield to 11. He gets pushed back by Brendan. To the wing to 4. 4 gets around Ethan. He gets pushed. And they call a foul on Ethan. It's going to be a free kick for Somerville. It should be at the 15-yard line. Zach is setting up the wall. 5 on the free kick.
Who's in cover?
2 on the wall. They go low. Gets cleared away by Mateo. Right back to him. 5 hits Jacob, and Zach catches it. Zach holds the ball. He clears traffic. There's 9 minutes left in the first half. It's 2-0 Brookline. Zach boots it over midfield. Gets headed away by 17. That's Nate. Nate brings it up. Nate loses it. 10 has it. 10. Sammy. Brendan cuts it away. Nate to Jacob. Jacob pushes it ahead. Number 3 has it for Somerville. 3 steps over it. Brendan's after it. Brendan to the sideline. Brendan saves it to Ethan. Ethan Schaefer on the sideline. Ethan and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw into Somerville. Subs are coming in. Mateo. Jacques is coming in for Dimitri. Ben Kaplan came in for Sammy. Actually, Mateo came in for Sammy. And they're going to take a throw. 22 down the left side, off his chest. Cleared away by Jacob, under 4. 4 with Ethan Schaefer on his back. 4 trying to go to his left, gets stopped. 22 back to 4. 4 to the middle. And they call a foul on Ethan. There's 7:45 left in the first half. You can hear Zach calling out signals here. 10 is going to take the free kick. He goes to the far side. Nate clears it. 10 lets it bounce. 10 on his chest. 10 sends it back to 3. That's Jacob. Jacob deflected it. Mac on the ball. Mac off his head to Ben Kaplan on the left side. Ben with his right foot clears it ahead. It goes out of bounds. Ref's flag was up right at midfield, throwing for Somerville. 7 minutes left. 2-0 Brookline. They go down their side. Mac heads it away. 17 off his head. Brendan comes down with it. Brendan to the side. He didn't use his arm. They call a handball on Brendan there. It's going to be at the 40-yard line. It's going to be a free kick for Somerville. They move it to the 35. Ball is moving up the field. It's at the 40. They're trying to gain yards here. 6:30 left in the first half. 5 on the free kick. The defender's coming up. It's 2-0 Brookline. 5 on the free kick. 5 chips it toward the top of the box. Gets headed away by Jacob. Brendan has it. Brendan in the air. He kicks it into the Somerville bench. Sub coming in, number 6. It's going to be a throw-in right in front of the Somerville bench. 22 throws it toward the box. That's Zach catching the ball. Zach was under it. There's one guy behind him. He's waiting for everyone to clear. There's 5:40 left in the first half. It's 2-0 Brookline. Zach boots it over midfield. Jock brings it down. Brendan on his feet. Brendan to Ethan Schaefer. Ethan turns to his right. He gets pushed. Ethan up the wing. Ben Kaplan touches it to Jacques. Jacques got Mateo in the middle. Jacques doesn't see him. Jacques got Avi on the left side. Avi to the left. They come back. It's going to go to the goalie. 5:10 left in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Goalie boots it to midfield. That's Mac. Takes out the player. Goes off Mac out of bounds. 5 minutes left in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Throwing to 17. He sends it back. They chip it ahead to 17. Over Mateo. 10 has it. 10 to the middle of the field. 24 was screening. 10 sends him in. They were looking for an offside call, but none was given. Zach comes up with the ball. 4:30 left in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Zach to the left. It's going to bounce, go out of bounds. Throwing for Somerville. Sub is going to come in. Well, and it's going to be a throw-in for Brookline. Mac sends it down the wing. That's Jacques. Jacques to his right. Jacques to his left. Jacques got Mateo. Mateo on the left side. Mateo shoots. Goalie catches it. 4 minutes left in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Goalie over midfield. Ethan Schaefer off his foot. Brendan saves it. Brendan turned. Brendan gets tripped. It's a foul. Right inside midfield. 3:45 left in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Ethan Schaefer on the free kick. Ethan Schaefer. He hits it to the back. Here comes the goalie. Goalie elevates and catches it. Goalie has it. 3:25. He goes down the wing. Sorry, 4 has it. Avi runs him out of bounds. It's a throw-in for Brookline. Avi with good speed caught up to 4 going down the wing. Ethan Schaefer in front of the Somerville bench. Tried to hit Mateo, didn't get there. 10 on his feet, 10 to 11 to 24 in midfield to 10. 10, back to 17. He sends it back to the right side. 2:55 left in the half. That's Jacob that stepped up. Jacob turns on the ball. Jacob to Brendan. Brendan looks, he sends it back to Nate. Nate with his left foot sends it ahead to Avi. Avi off his head to Jacques. Jacques down the left. Jacques steps over it. Jacques off the defender. It's a corner for Brookline. That's a great play by Jacques. 2:30 left in the first half. It's 2-0 Brookline. It's Ben Kaplan on the corner. Brookline has Sam Chu, Mateo, and Avi in the goal mouth. Brendan's on the back post. Jacob's up top. It's the goal. Goalie catches it. 2 minutes left in the first half. Goalie boots it over midfield. It bounces. It's going to be Nate off his head. 10 has it for Somerville. 10 brings it down. Mateo tries to cut him off. 16 has it for Somerville. 16 to 10. 10 to 9. 9 tries to turn. Sends it to 10. Back to the top to 17. He shoots. It gets blocked. Ethan Schaefer. Brendan tries to clear it. It's in the air at the 35. 22 brings it down to 17. It was off Ben's hand. No call. Ben brings it back to the center circle. Player chips it in. Here comes Zach. Zach's going to grab it. We're inside of 2 minutes in the first half. 2-0 Brookline. Zach bounces it. Boots it over midfield. Brendan's under it. 10. It hits Mateo in the head. 17 off his head. He goes down. It goes back. 17 on Brendan. He tries to turn. 10 to the side to 4. 4 tries to get it back. He goes to the left. Jacob's coming. He gets blocked by Jacob. 4 has it. Gets cleared away. Avi gets pushed. No call. He got hit in the back. 17 in the box. It goes out of bounds. They're calling a corner. They're saying it's a corner here. Brendan's on the near post. 2 subs are coming in for Somerville, 8 and 11. This is a key part of the game here. It's under 2 minutes, probably. There's not much time left in the half. Max on the back post. Brendan's on the near post. Brendan's going to pick up a player. And they go to the short post. It gets headed. It's going to go over the top. Headed by, I think it was 15. We're under 2 minutes. It's going to be a goal kick for Brookline. It's 2-0 Brookline. Goals by Avi and Mekhi. That's Nate. Nate down the left side. It hits their defender. Hits 10. 10 in midfield. Brendan and 11. 11 to the wing. Ethan Schaefer off his head into the Somerville bench. 22 on the throw. He throws it into the box. It gets headed away by Sam. That's who is that? 8. 8 for Somerville has it. 8 tries to get to the left. Ben Kaplan takes it away. Ben, and it's halftime. 2-0 Brookline at the half.